Hey there, I just noticed Santorini Cafe Restaurant, maybe a Greek restaurant there. So this is the island of Djerba in southern Tunisia, the largest island in North Africa. This is my second full day here. Yesterday I filmed a video walking from my hotel there where I started this video. I have a room for 65 euros, $65 per night. And so I came over to the beach here and was kind of horrified to discover all of this Sargasso seaweed. I can't quite tell what is rocks and what is seaweed there. You can see the dark plant material there just covering the beach, and the smell is something that you're glad is not coming through the camera right now. It is, man, it is like one of the worst smells possible. You do not want to take a swim right there. However, as I showed yesterday, walking out there, there's actually quite a nice beach scene there. They have cleaned up the beaches. There are some hotels, there are restaurants, you can get a beer, hang out, listen to music, ride a camel or a horse on the beach. It is actually quite a decent scene there. So the question in this video is Djerba worth visiting? Let's find out in the course of exploring today, because I have a rental car right there, 50 euros or 50 bucks per day. I have it for today and tomorrow, and then tomorrow I am flying to Tunis, the capital of Tunisia, a flight that was just 75 bucks, about an hour flight, and then I will explore more of the north, the main destinations to see up in that part of Tunisia along the Mediterranean Sea there. This is the Gulf of Gabes. So Gabriel, also called Gabe, I guess it is actually pronounced like Gabes, something like that. But this is the Gulf of Gabes in the Mediterranean Sea. So let's get rolling, go see more of the island. There's actually quite a bit on the island beyond just the beaches. This is not going to be a beach day really, but I will show some more beaches as I cruise past them. And so there is, like, you know, forts and souks, of course, markets. The main town is about like 6-7 miles away, something like that. And so I think that it will be an interesting day of exploring in a place that is not so well known. It is August 23rd, around 90 or so Fahrenheit. That is like 34 Celsius, but there's a nice breeze coming off of the sea there, which is what is blowing that smell straight into my nose. So let's get away from here and go find some nicer parts of the island. Pretty classic North African desert beach scenery here. This is right down the road from where I was talking down there. I have some lunch. Going to munch on this. This is a little bit nicer beach area, but it is still besieged by the Sargasso seaweed. Without the seaweed, it would be quite an ultimate scene. It is definitely a bit, you know, scruffy, rough around the edges. We got some street dogs, but it has like a just really relaxed feel. It is not very populated. I haven't seen the main town yet. I will go there next. Yeah, the smell is still bad here, but here you can see you got the sunbeds, and then got some nice looking hotels there, good location, but it is hot, hot, hot. No shade to be found here, other than the sunbeds, which might be just reserved for hotel guests. Anyway, I just want to munch for 10 minutes and then get rolling. Here we go, let's try right here. See if I get kicked off the beach again like yesterday. It could be a private beach. All right, this works. And so what I got here is some leftover Gouda cheese, not much left, and then some crackers to go along with it, 2 boxes of juice, a box of milk, and then I got this bread at the convenience store across from the hotel. It's like a flatbread with some kind of stuff inside. I'm not sure if it's meat or not. It is kind of spicy. I ate a little bit yesterday and it was quite good. So not the biggest lunch or anything, but it will do the trick for now. So I thought that I would mention about the car, how I got it. So I looked on Google and there were various rental car companies not exactly nearby in the main town of Houmt Souk, or the airport, which is further away, and then a few miles closer, but the other direction. And so I thought, and this is a good tip, is to ask at the front desk, and sometimes they have some sort of a local connection, or can just call a rental car company or whatever and have it delivered. And so the lady at the front desk said her uncle rented cars and had it delivered. He came over. It was super simple, no paperwork, 100 euros straight for the 2 days. And then tomorrow I will drop it at the airport. So that is definitely worth looking into. A lot less hassle than having to somehow get to the rental car company, like by a taxi or whatever, and then stand there, and it takes so long sometimes waiting in line and filling out paperwork and everything. So it is worth looking into. Just ask at your hotel. I guess that's a bus stop. Must be. So I don't see the Sargasso right there. Not a nice looking beach, but at least it's good to know that it isn't everywhere on the island, which bodes well for like other parts of Tunisia on the north coast where I'll be going next. Hopefully they don't have the same problem. Definitely not, you know, ultimate exquisite scenery or beaches or water. So it is not, you know, the same Mediterranean that you find elsewhere in, okay, what is this guy doing? Italy and Greece and southern Spain. But we'll see, maybe, you know, the waters are nicer in other parts of Tunisia. See, that is just somewhere you would not want to get in the water. Getting into the main town here, Houmt Souk. It means market neighborhood. And we will go to the souk sometime soon. First, a fort. Here we go, the Ghazi Mustapha Fort. Looking out into the Bay of Gabes. I think I'll pass on a swim. Maybe elsewhere. Borj Ghazi Mustapha. Next to the fishing port of Houmt Souk, the main town of Djerba, this imposing defensive monument was built in 1289 by Roger de Loria, Admiral of Aragon and Sicily. Interesting, on the site of a Roman fortification whose vestiges were reused in the construction of the fort. The latter was remodeled in the 15th century, reinforced in 1557 by Dragut and given its present configuration by a Spanish garrison of 6,000 soldiers who came in 1560 to chase the Turkish pirates from the island before being exterminated in the same year by the Turkish pirates. Wow, some pretty wild history here. You got the flag of Tunisia. Salam. $8 Tunisian dinars for the ticket. That is about $2.50. Classic old mud brick, sturdy construction representing various phases of the history of the Mediterranean, going back to the Roman era. I am really looking forward to the Roman ruins of Carthage. Actually, first established by the Phoenicians, I think. Carthage. Here we have some old tiles. Mosaics, probably from stones of various colors. I wonder if these are from the Roman era. Alright, so somewhere around here is the bazaar, the Souk. Maybe I'm in the middle of it basically right now. There's some shopping, which I won't be doing. I don't need anything. I need less stuff. Great spot here with the trees for a drink or an eat. Sandals. Maybe I should buy some more sandals. Make it 4 pairs that I'm traveling with. All right, definitely the Souk. So one thing that I have to mention that has surprised me is no hustling so far at all. I'm sure that that will not be the case for my entire trip to Tunisia, but at least here on Djerba, it is just so super chillaxed, relaxed, mellow, peaceful, easy. I'm guessing that Tunis and the north will be a different story. Meow. Very nice souk though. Love these little lanes. Nice and cool. Looks like great shopping if that's what you're planning to do. Very nice market area. Looks like a really cool restaurant up there. In the palm trees. Salam. Salam. Oh, no, thank you. American.
American, hello.
Hello, sir. Nice to meet you. You're from Djerba?
Yes.
From Djerba?
Yeah, Djerba.
Great.
That's very nice. Speaking American, English, no English, no Deutsch.
English, yes. No Deutsch, no French,
no Arabic.
No Arabic. Salam alaikum.
This is very
Shukran.
nice. This is very good.
This is pretty much
That's
it.
my shop here. Photo.
It's okay. I'm just walking around. I'm just walking around in the shade right now, sir. Thank you, sir.
No.
There you go. I knew that it couldn't go on forever without a little hassle and hustle. No worries, but I'm not doing any shopping. Nice to see that there is definitely some life around here. If you want to be mostly at the beach, then it is probably for the best to stay at one of the hotels or resorts that are right near the beach, because the town here, as you saw, does not have a nice beach right there. But if you want to shop and dine and walk around and see the sights in Houmt Souk, then probably worth staying here for a couple days. Or rent a car, and then you can go where you want, as you like. So the town of Houmt Souk is definitely making Djerba seem more worth visiting. Pretty lively town. Great market. Some nice squares. A fair amount of trees. I think that is who I'm flying with tomorrow, Tunis Air. So let's just wander around the town a little bit randomly, see what else there is to see. I don't have much more on my list for now of destinations. There are other towns on the island, other places to check out. We'll see what we get to today. But that sun is not something you want to be in for too long. So it looks like there is in fact a bus, but probably figuring out schedules is not easy. Another way to get around is the taxis. Pretty reasonable from the airport to my hotel. When I arrived at like 4 in the morning, it's about a 20-minute or so drive, although he might have done it in less. This guy was just flying, no traffic at that time of the night. And so it was 30 dinar, which is like $9 US. So it should be less just to get to town here, because the airport is further out that way. So you can spend, you know, $5-10 bucks here and there on taxis. So the car was given to me with just 1/8 of a tank of gas. So I need to get gas. Looks like this is the place. Gas station, gas station, gas station. So I think I will wander back to the car, which is a good place to be in the heat, in the air conditioning there, and drive across the island. See some other towns. There's a like fishing village. It isn't that far to get across the island, like 20-30 minutes or something. But you get the idea. Houmt Souk is a pretty classic desert town, kind of a vibe. Just going to poke over here. I see some sort of interesting looking buildings. All right, so what have we got here? Must be at least a few hundred years old, it looks like. And a very desolate looking lot there. Huh, so is this being lived in by somebody? Super gross spot here, but this is definitely a little piece of history. We got a lock on the door there. If I was like way out in the middle of nowhere, I would probably not go for it, but being right by the road, you know, I don't think there will be any big problem if somebody's actually here. That has a lock on it as well. Looks like somebody sleeps there. Whoa. What is the original purpose of these buildings? Little homes? I don't know. But with those locks on there, that means somebody is still making use of them. All right, let's get out of here and get out of town. Okay, let's do one more walkthrough of the Souk. I didn't see this part before. The fully covered area. It smells like leather. Lots of sandals here and belts. Wow.
How about, would you do it if I stop the camera, if I'm not going to record you?
How did I miss this whole area? Maybe I'm just really lost. The jewelry section. Now it smells really nice, like subtle incense. Okay, which way to the car? Not much hustling. Only the one time, so that's pretty good. I think this is where I was before. So a very interesting part of the Souk here. This is just the kind of scene that you kind of envision when thinking of North Africa, Tunisia, desert, market, places. Okay, my car is just around the corner up here. And so I'm driving to a gym. Not to go work out. It's a town called Ajim, or maybe Ajim. So I made a little bit of a mistake, very little, but probably cost me a few bucks, which is that I went to the gas station to fill up and I wasn't sure how much to put in. I didn't double check the prices. It wasn't very prominently displayed. I just thought, well, I'll put in, 20 bucks-ish. So I put in 60 dinar, and that is $19.
600 meters at the roundabout. Continue straight to stay on C116.
The gas tank was almost on empty. It was like under an eighth of a tank. And it almost filled up the tank, which I really don't need because it was at an eighth of a tank when I got it. And this island is not that big. I don't think that I'm going to use up a full tank of gas driving around for a couple, more hours today and then a few hours tomorrow. So probably a little bit of a waste of money. It will be at like half a tank when I get back or something, but no big deal. The good news is that gas must be pretty cheap here. Very typical North African desert type landscapes here and buildings. It's just a 25-minute drive from Houmt Souk to Ajim, all the way across the island. Watermelons for sale. At least it must cool down in the winter here. North Africa actually gets a little chilly, so that it isn't one of these places where it's just hot and hotter. The winters must be just very pleasantly cool, I would imagine.
Continue straight to stay on C116.
See, there's the sign. Ajim. So I think this is Ajim. Got some fishermen, little boat and a net.
In 600 meters, your destination will be on the right.
It looks like he's cooking up some fish there. And we have traffic. I think I know why. This is where the ferry goes across to mainland Tunisia. There are two ways to get off the island. Well, three. Plane, boat, and a bridge. By air, by sea, by land. So this is the ferry, and then the bridge is kind of over there from another road. That is a long line. Must be a boat going soon. Let's go check out the little boats out there. Little fishing harbor. Again, not a great place to swim. wonder if I'm allowed to be in here. I guess we'll find out in a second if this is a security guard. This guy is taking a nap, sitting. Okay, here you go, the fishing scene. Salam. It's okay? Yeah? Merci. Just looking around. Problem? Just walking, tourist. So, I guess the ferry boats leave from somewhere over here. Okay, well, it is hot. I am ready to get back to my room and start editing this video, get into the coolness, the AC in my room there, take a break. There is a pool at my room, and so maybe take a swim there. And then I have the car for one more day tomorrow, catching that flight to Tunis in the evening. So I think that I will end this video here, maybe make a stop on the way back to my hotel, but it'll be another 25-minute drive or something like that to my hotel, go a different route, different part of the island, but I suspect that it is going to be very similar. Desert landscapes, scattered buildings, occasional camels, random guys walking along the road in the middle of nowhere, and not a whole lot else. Okay, how do I get out of here? I'm sure that I will figure it out. So, is Djerba worth visiting? As always, it depends on what you're looking for. Is it the most picturesque, exquisitely beautiful, clean, and well-developed place that I've been? No, it is not, but I am still glad that I came here. It is interesting. You get a window into North African, Arabic, Tunisian, Muslim culture and daily life. And there are some decent beaches, nice markets, some fairly nice architecture. It is reasonably priced, so especially if you find a cheap flight coming here, then yes, definitely worth stopping for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days or so. For me, 3 days was just about right, so looking forward to heading to the north of Tunisia tomorrow. See ya. Okay, how do I get out of here?